think the biggest problem amongst us is us.
Listen, the biggest problem with the diaspora is the diaspora. It don't matter where we go, okay? It don't matter if we're in UK, it don't matter if we're in Europe, France, America, it doesn't matter. Even when we come to Africa, the biggest problem with the diaspora is the diaspora.
Shalom fam, hey listen, it's your brother Bez out here in the TZ. Listen, just enjoying a nice sunny day. Like I say, out here in the TZ, man, just chilling right now. Walking through the neighborhood, you know. Got to thinking about some things, man, and figured I wanted to kind of share just a little bit what's on my mind, you know. And I think the biggest thing on my mind is how the people here differ from the people of the diaspora, as they like to call us, diaspora. There's a very different spirit here than what you see and what you experience, what you deal with when it comes to dealing with people from the diaspora. Very, very different. A much more peaceful people, much more, I guess I can say it's easier to negotiate, it's easier to deal with them than it is to deal with the people of the diaspora. You know, I often wonder, it's like, why is it so difficult for people of the diaspora to really come together and work together and build together? It's just, man, I tell you, some of the spirits that's on us as a people, from all of the various lands that we've been scattered into, these various spirits that are on us make it so difficult to come together and just build and work together, you know? And so I think the biggest problem with the diaspora is really the diaspora. I think it's us. We are our biggest problem. We are our worst enemy. It's just amazing, man. The jealousy, the envy, the spirit of emulation. Everybody seems to be in competition with each other. Everybody's trying to get to some imaginary finish line. It's not the kingdom. That imaginary finish line is not the kingdom. It's not the kingdom. Because if it was the kingdom, we would all be working together according to the laws, according to the statutes and the commandments. But it's not the kingdom. We're eager to build our own kingdom. It's just, it's amazing. That spirit of vainglory it's a strong, strong spirit that has attached itself to the people of the diaspora, man. I think that's one of the reasons why it's so difficult for us to work together, is that spirit of just, I'm going to compete with you, I'm going to beat you, I'm going to do bigger and better than you, I'm going to do it quicker and faster than you so that I can make a name for myself. It's just, it's a diabolical spirit, man. It's really, really sad. It's very, very sad. Our people are, our people are, we're something to work with. We are something to work with. Like I said, I think the biggest problem amongst us is us. We are our worst enemy. We're our biggest nightmare is us. We cannot come together and work together. We can, but I mean, it's always something, man. It's always malice and hatred and envy, strife. It's always the works of the flesh. It's always the works of the flesh. And every now and then, you get the fruit of the Spirit. working. But about 99% of the time, it is the works of the flesh. Give you an example of what I'm talking about, right? So there's one of the WhatsApp groups here, okay? I'm not going to mention the name of the group, but the group was set up by an Israelite, right? And they know that they're Israel. There's no question about it. They know they're Israel. And you know the script says that thou shalt have no other God before me. You know what I'm saying? The Most High talking to Israel. Thou shalt have no other God before me. So how about somebody post a picture of another God in the group that was set up by an Israelite? And then they begin to praise this other God inside of the group that was set up by an Israelite. And it's like, I think one person in the group actually had something to say about it. And me, I pretty much went off. You know what I'm saying? Hey, be it right, be it wrong, whatever. You know what I'm saying? If you're for Israel, be Israel. Understand who you are. If you're Israel, you about God's law, statutes, and commandments. Once you know you're an Israelite and you understand what's going on, hey, you don't tolerate some stuff. You just don't tolerate. I mean, it is what it is. You just don't tolerate. And that's the main thing. Thou shalt have no other gods before me. That is the numero uno thing that you don't tolerate, especially inside of a group that you set up as an Israelite. But anyway, like I said, I think it was one other person that actually had something to say about that thing. And it got to the point where I just went ahead and removed myself from the group. I mean, everybody, I would say most of the people that were commenting against me. And I'm trying to tell them, look, that's not going to work. This is the thing that's put us in captivity, serving other gods. So how are you going to allow somebody to put another God, a picture of another God in your group and praise that thing? I just say that thing, hey, I couldn't deal with it. So I said what I had to say. We went back and forth, and finally I just exited the group. I couldn't take it no more. But that's an example of what I'm talking about, because listen, that group is full of other Israelites. Why was nobody standing up? Why wasn't anybody taking Psalms 94 and 16 into consideration? Who will stand up for me against the evildoers? Nobody. I mean, like I say, one other person. But as a whole, nobody was really standing up for that thing. Everybody was like, oh, you need to be more understanding. Oh, you know, everybody's got their own religion. Everybody can choose what they want to choose. Blah, 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 blah. It was this whole Christian spirit. You can't build with that, man. Israel can't build with that. It can't be. That cannot be. It just ain't gonna work. At the end of the day, you're gonna get sucked up into their doctrines, into the serving the other gods. It's the same thing, Deuteronomy 7:3. You are marrying the other nations. You getting down with the other nations. They are gonna turn your heart away from your God. It is what it is. At some point, you gotta take a stand. But that's just an example. That's one example of what I'm talking about, man. It's very, very difficult. It's very, very difficult, man, to really build. I mean, we just got here, 8 months now, maybe 9 months, something like that. And there's really nothing solid here as far as our people coming together, because they can't come together. How are you going to come together when one person is serving Buddha, one person is serving Allah, one person is serving, you know, whatever God, Hare Krishna, whatever. I mean, what you gonna build with that? You can't build nothing with that. There's no building. It's not gonna last, because they're gonna suck you up. They're gonna suck you up. They're gonna suck you up. I mean, it is what it is. The righteous is more excellent than his neighbor. But hey, the neighbor does what? The neighbor seduces him. That's what happens when you begin to mix and mingle with these other nations and their gods and all this stuff. I'll tell you something else. You know, the people here, like I say, very peaceful people. It's very easy to deal with them, easy to work with them. But I'm going to say something. A lot of times, as the diaspora, we are so trusting of these people, the natives here. Now, don't get me wrong. They're, like I say, they're nice people, easy to get along with. But let me tell you, if you're thinking that they don't lie, they don't cheat, they don't steal, they don't commit adultery, you thinking none of this stuff is going on, you are sadly mistaken. We are so trusting. It is scary. Now, I'm not saying don't trust people. That's not the message I'm putting out. But what I am saying is, you better be careful who you trust. You better know them that labor among you. And some of the stuff that I'm seeing, man, is really out of order. I mean, it's completely out of order. You know, it's scary. It's really, really scary. I don't know. We just don't think. We don't think, man. We don't think. I see situations where we are more forgiving of the native people. We're so forgiving of them. No matter what they do, we forgive them. But when it comes to other brothers and sisters of the diaspora, we can't forgive them. Oh, no, there ain't no forgiveness for you. I'll forgive them. They can steal from me. They can lie to me. They can cheat. They can do anything, and I will forgive them. But not you. You people from the diaspora, like I say, man, the diaspora, we are our worst enemy. We are. We are literally our worst enemy. Anyway, hey, I hope y'all have a great day, great evening, whatever time it is where you are. But yeah, it's just some of the things that's on my mind, man. It's just like, wow, it's so difficult for our people to just come together and just work it. Build a kingdom. Establish the laws, statutes, and commandments, man. Teach the people that. Put the people on game according to the scriptures, who they are. Teach them that. And then teach them the commandments, man. Listen, everything you doing is in vain. If you're not teaching the people the laws, statutes, and commandments, everything you doing is in vain. Whatever vain glory you got in your mind, you think you're going to do this and you're going to do that. If those people are not learning God's laws, statutes, and commandments, and they're not learning how to apply them, you are wasting your time. Point blank. Point blank. It is what it is. But man, we gotta wake up. We gotta wake up, Israel. Wake up. I'm saying we're gonna be perfect? No. We're not gonna be no perfect people, not in this flesh. The goal is to strive for perfection. You want to do everything you can to be perfect, but there ain't no perfect people, baby. I don't care who you are, what position you hold, what your status is in life, whatever. You ain't gonna be perfect. You gonna do things to offend each other, to hurt each other. But that's why the Most High set up Matthew 18. Yeah, and all sorts of other scriptures. You know what I'm saying? Let brotherly love continue. Yeah. We got to work together. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. We gonna all make mistakes. Ain't nobody on planet Earth that ain't making mistakes. If you in this flesh, you live in these flesh and these bones, guess what? You gonna make mistakes. And if you say you ain't making no mistakes, you a liar. And the truth ain't in you. I don't care what kind of facade you set up and what you want people to think. You make mistakes just like everybody else makes mistakes. Unfortunately, some of us are not humble enough to admit it. Yeah. Anyway. But like I said, these are the things, man, that I'm talking about. These are the things we need to be working on. Everybody's so interested and so busy and all about making the outside look good. You want to make sure your beard is nice and tight and right. Yeah, you want to do that. You want to make sure your fringes, your fringes looking nice and fat. Oh yeah, they want to. You see the fringes? They ain't gonna be there. You gotta do that. Yeah, you gotta do those things. You gotta clean up the outside. But you know what the bigger thing is? You gotta be working on the inside. Because you can look good on the outside all day long. And you can have the people thinking everything is good. But let me tell you something. You gotta be working on the inside, man. Because it's the inside of the cup that you really need to be cleaning up. It's the inside of the cup that you really need to be cleaning up. Yeah. Anyway, I'm out. Peace. Shalom.